Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Over the past few days since the launch of season 6, we've actually seen a bunch of different updates and different dev tweets go out in regards to various different gameplay changes or gameplay updates, things that are now live and fixed or updated in game, some things that will be updated in the coming days as well. Per usual with the seasonal launch, it also introduces new bugs and issues on top of all the new content and changes. So we got a lot to go over here today as we get into sort of these like surprise update patch notes. If you enjoy the video at all, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It just lets me know you guys enjoy the content. And if you guys are new here, you want to guarantee you're always up to date with everything going on in COD, especially with the major week inbound with Call of Duty Next and the launch of MW3's beta. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. Like I said, man, oh man, we've got a lot of updates to go through here from various different dev socials. Initially starting with Treyarch, who's updated a few different things for ranked. Initially they were pretty quick on this and I'm glad to see it. The Maelstrom dual trigger attachment that's on the Lockwood 300 that makes it just crazy OP close range one shot, not allowed in ranked. It was basically insta banned in ranked, so it was nice to see that update go out. On top of that, Treyarch also updated a few additional things on top of the season 6 patch notes specifically for ranked. The max player count was reduced to 102, and this is one that I'm not really sure I'm a huge fan of because they also increased the SR penalty the further you get up past like iridescent and that 10,000 SR mark. So now you have more SR to earn and less players to take out. Not really a huge fan of that. I feel like Al-Mazrah plays pretty slow with 102 in standard pubs. It's going to be even slower in ranked, so we'll have to see how this plays out. The circle timing and sizes have been adjusted for the 102 player count though, so hopefully that keeps things feeling at least a little bit fast paced. Then also gulag entry kits are now back, so they're just trying to make people stay alive more so you can keep going back and keep that player count up basically. We'll see how it plays out, but I definitely like this more being like a public match thing and ranked being pretty set and pretty standard. Now, in addition to some of the changes and some of the updates that are already live, and we've got more of those to go through, the Call of Duty Updates account has also been very busy posting things that they are aware of. So these are basically early patch notes and looks ahead into what other changes and updates and fixes will be happening in the coming days, maybe later this weekend, early next week, whenever they finally find a resolution to the issues presented. So for instance, here in MW2 and Warzone and DMZ, they're aware of an issue causing the Valeria Battle Pass Black Cell operator skin to appear incorrectly in smoke effects and against certain glass materials in game. I imagine this is just making the skin a little bit too hard to see because it's kind of translucent, so they are going to update that in some way, shape, or form. They also say they're aware of an issue where there can be an incorrect visual effect on the magazine of the ISO 45 in game. This one isn't crazy game breaking. It's not like the demon glitch or anything, but it is a little bit buggy with some of the magazine options there. I haven't seen this one myself personally, but it has been happening to a handful of players. They also say for Warzone and DMZ specifically, they're aware of an issue where the DMZ mission Thinning the Herd cannot be completed as intended due to Coney Group no longer spawning on Al-Mazrah. So they're going to have to go through and either have Coney Group start spawning again, which I think kind of goes against what they're going with the storyline here and there, but also they might end up just changing the criteria of this mission in and of itself. So Thinning the Herd might have a different description after an update goes out. We'll just have to see which route they take in terms of fixing this one. Hey everyone, really exciting announcement. It's been a long time coming, but my team Carnage officially has our very own G Fuel flavor known as Pog Juice. This is a delicious combination of passion fruit, orange, and guava. Let me tell you, I have tried it, I have tasted it before, and this is a top 2 flavor, and it's not number 2, if you know what I'm saying. Absolutely phenomenal, and it's super cool to finally see this come to fruition. So if you want to try it for yourself, maybe even pick up the collector's box, be sure to throw in code IMMORTAL at checkout. You'll get yourself a nice little discount on this alongside everything else on the G Fuel side as well. Link will be down in the description below. We're also aware of an issue where some players are not granted COD points after purchasing them through the in-game store. I'm surprised this one isn't fixed already. It's been out for like a day or so, and usually anytime anything with the store is broken or the battle pass is broken or one of the bundles, they're on that immediately because it has to do with money and they don't want to mess up any of that stuff. But usually, at least from my experience, if I have like my COD points glitch out, I just restart my game and usually that fixes itself. The very simple, have you tried turning it on and off again, honestly does work a lot for that. So if you do see this happen, you might want to try cycling your game or cycling your console or PC and seeing if that fixes it. If not, they are aware that it's not always working as intended right now. Also, maybe just don't buy COD points if you don't have to right now, then you don't have to worry about this being an issue. This is another one that's now live for MW2 and Warzone. They released a small update that resolves an issue where some players were kicked back to the main menu and trying to buy the battle pass. This battle pass has been very buggy and very glitchy since it launched. Obviously, the first couple hours that it was live, players weren't actually able to unlock it. You could buy it, but it wasn't unlocking it, so that was super buggy. And now just like the menu screen is all sorts of wonky, or was rather, because they have gone through and fixed that. You should be able to go through the tiers and look at them and unlock things completely as normal now. They also say they released a small update that mitigates an ongoing service issue with our partner that prevented PlayStation players from accessing downloaded Spec Ops content. I think this might have been one of the whole like missing pack things that happens a lot with the updates. If you're on console, you know that basically every time there is a major title update, whether it's a reloaded update, a launch update, a random title update that goes live, you have to go through and install all the packs again, which is super obnoxious and sometimes can prevent you from basically going through and actually unlocking things. Well, they've gone through and at least updated the Spec Ops side of that, so hopefully that's a positive update there. This is a nice one that has actually been updated more. Initially, they tweeted out saying they are investigating reports that players were reset more than 3 tiers at the start of Season 6. I got hundreds of comments about this, whether it was on my Twitter. If you don't follow me over there, feel free to do so, or here on the YouTube channel saying, hey, I was Platinum 3 last season, why am I Bronze 1 now? Or I was Crimson 2 last season, why am I Bronze 1 now? It was a major issue affecting a lot of players, but they have now gone through and updated this. Players who were set back further than 3 tiers have had their SR corrected to their intended Season 6 starting point. We recommend restarting your application and you'll be good to go. And by now, we've all probably restarted our game, unless you've been on like a 26-hour session since this tweet was posted, right? So that'll be fully fixed now. You can go through Warzone Ranked and actually level up correctly now with the reset you should have had back on day 1. And then lastly, here we got a handful of updates in this last tweet for MW2 and Warzone. We released a small update that includes the following bug fixes. They fixed an issue where the complete the gold camo challenge task to unlock the platinum camo for Season 6 weapons is marked as completed without actually finishing that challenge, so it was kind of cheesing it for you. You could get a little bit of a head start there. You do not have to go through and fully complete all those camo challenges, though, if you want to get gold, platinum, polyatomic, or Orion on the TR-76 Geist or the ISO 9mm. They fixed an issue causing some players' games to crash when leaving matches. I haven't seen that one myself. I always skip like the post-game, scoreboard and stuff in multiplayer, and so I don't want to waste that minute and a half of looking at the scoreboard and backing out and everything. Never had any issues myself, but apparently it was widespread enough that they had to implement a whole fix for this, so that if you were running into should not be a thing anymore. They also fixed an issue that could prevent the after action report from displaying correctly after a battle royale match. I mean, stats in general still are so broken and so bugged that the after action report is hardly ever accurate as is. Sometimes if you go through and look at it, it doesn't even show your names. It shows like your kills and your assists and your damage, but then it's like completely random names that aren't any of your squad mates or yous. So that's been a thing forever. Highly doubt that'll honestly ever get fixed before MW3 as is, just because stat tracking is so broken as mentioned, but handful of updates here regardless. Like I said, the Cod Updates account and their socials have been very busy since the start of Season 6. A lot of changes already live in game with some surprise updates that dropped. More changes to come in the following days and weeks. As we see any new updates, any new communication in terms of fixes, gameplay adjustments, anything like that, you guys know I'm gonna have you covered right as it happens, so stay tuned for all that alongside everything else going on in COD. Make sure you are subscribed with those noties turned on, and if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, drop a like on your way out as well. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.